good art. It was like good art. I mean the shot. I mean, their shot. It was a pretty good restaurant, but it did just kind of. Like he was so close to closing it. Well, let Padua enjoy the win because, well, with them playing on a smaller rink, it's going to make a difference. Because Ignatius only won 4-0 against them. Yeah. Was he a senior? Yeah. I remember him last year being so like he played really well. I guess next year. Next year there's going to be a good group of hockey players. Is there? Not bad. No, it'll be a much better game. They got three guys that are really, really good. Would this be like similar to what Rose was? Yeah. Hey, got internet.
From Lakewood High School in Lakewood, Ohio, it's district basketball time on the Eagles Sports Network as your St. Edward Eagles take on the Pioneers of Elyria High School. Hi again, everybody. I'm Adam Mendoza. So glad to have you along as we are in the final 64 in the state of Ohio in Division I district semifinal play. Tonight, St. Ed's taking on Elyria, 19-6, the number 11 seed. They came in after a win on the other day against Midview. They also beat Worcester in the sectionals. And for St. Ed's, it's been a long time, Donnie, that St. Ed's has played Elyria. You got to go back to the early 2000s. Joining me, as always, up here in the broadcast booth is Donnie O'Toole. And the last time these two teams met, you had to go back to 2005 and 2002 in district play.
Well, one of the things that I love about this Elyria team is they do play a decent conference. You know, you never know. They're kind of like that Forrest Gump box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get with them. When I walked in here tonight and I looked at their size and their length, I said, "Whoa, we're going to have some problems tonight." And then I did some reading up on them. Their bigs really, I guess, don't play a lot. That's yet to be seen, but they really do a good job in transition. They're well coached. They're absolutely positively well coached. We're going to have to do a lot of things. This will be our toughest game at this point in the tournament that we've had in years.
When you look at this team from Elyria and their scores, Ryan Walsh, a 6-foot senior, averaging 16 points a game. Mateo Medina at 12 points a game. And then Jaden Crutcher at 17 points a game. But in that last game against Midview, they all hit for 20-plus points.
Well, yeah, and that's just it. I mean, if they're all hot, I mean, it's going to be a long night for us. But I think what they're going to have a problem with, our pressure has to be right there. I mean, we have to be pressured the whole time we're in. So we're going to substitute a lot of guys. We're going to stay fresh. We're going to try and tire them out. But if they start hitting shots, we're the ones that are going to have to make some adjustments.
This is a team that is playing some good basketball. They lost to North Ridgeville. Since that loss, they've won 5 in a row, but they've won 14 of 15. But St. Ed's coming into this matchup, a nice win over Medina Highland, 88-52. The last 4 games was a big look-see of this squad, and they went 3-1 with victories over Brecksville, over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. The lone loss was an 85, a couple-point game against Richmond Heights, which they were in that game until the very end. So this team has played some very good, tough basketball down the road.
And that's where we're going to have to rely on. That experience is going to carry us through. I mean, we walked on the court, we should have some swagger. I'm looking at their coaches now. They're studying our guys up and down from, Elyria coaches are studying our guys, seeing what we do well, how we warm up. That's how you know you're playing against a good, well-coached team, because they want to know what makes us tick. I've also seen it go against the other way. You could play a hardest schedule you want, but if we're not doing the things, the fundamentals, the one-on-ones, if we're not rebounding, if we're not hitting outlets, if we're not boxing out, doing all those little things, Adam, and that's my keys to victory tonight are 50-50 balls. Are we getting to the free throw line? Are we trying to take charges? Are we doing the little things that don't get on a score sheet?
And we can't start 0 for 8 in the first quarter shooting from beyond the arc like we did against Highland on Saturday.
That'll be a problem against this Elyria team. The good thing, the good thing is we've seen pressure like this. The bad thing is Elyria can extend us, and that's not what we want to do, Adam. I always talk about it. We want to start our offense around that three-point line, not push it out, and we want to push them out further to spread them out so it's harder for them to get to the lane, to the line, to the hole.
Well, I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Flannery and get his thoughts about tonight's game. Welcome to the pregame show, playoff edition, as we are sitting here at Lakewood High School with St. Edward head coach Eric Flannery. Coach, congratulations on getting to the district semifinals. A team that St. Ed's has played, but it's been almost 20 years, but a very formidable team that has a number of shooters.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing a team tonight that is a district final / regional contending caliber type team. I mean, they have some guys that can score and light it up. They got guards that can handle the ball and handle pressure. I think they lack a little bit of size, but that can be overrated at times, especially when you're playing fast and doing some things that they do. So we've got to, try to wear this team down. People are going to point to maybe they don't play the competition that we play, and there might be some truth to that. But the reality is they've won a lot of games, and they've beaten the teams that have been in front of them, and they're playing arguably their best basketball at the right time of the year.
With that, we'll ask this. How is St. Ed's playing basketball right now as you look at it the last 5-6 games? Are they at that point? Yes or no?
I think so. I mean, I think we're healthy, again, as healthy as we're going to be. I really think that in practice the last week or so, when you get 5 days to prepare last week and then a couple more this week, you can focus on a lot of things, and I think the practices have been really sharp. I think we've tried to take it to yet another level, and we're kind of doing that and have done that in practice. You can always focus on, Brecksville, did we play great? No, but we beat a really good team on the road. Richmond Heights, I actually thought we played well, and just they played better. And then at Medina Highland, again, the 14-win team in your sectional final, to win by 35 in a running clock or whatever is pretty good. So I think we're ready. I think we've been playing good basketball. I think our guys are locked in, ready to go. So does that mean anything? Once the ball's tossed up, I've been doing this long enough to know that it doesn't, So We just have to make sure that we're locked in on the defensive end, make sure we're taking care of our assignments. And they have 3 different guys that can really go off for 20 or 25, and we just got to make sure that we're locked in on them.
You're talking about they like to really go up tempo for St. Ed's. Is it a matter of going up tempo or showing a lot of different looks?
I think that's something to wait and see and kind of play it out. I'm not sure Elyria has been pressured much. They'll try to pressure a little bit. I don't know how much they'll pressure us. They're not as deep as some of the teams that maybe we have played, so part of our philosophy has always been to try to wear guys down, and that's not going to necessarily change tonight. So we're going to see how that goes. Obviously, if they're handling our pressure well and beating it up, it's tournament time, so you kind of have to throw everything out the window and just do what you have to do to try to win a game.
Defensively for yourself and this team, this is a team that really likes to chuck it up from the cheap seats, and they do a very good job. I mean, they at least 12 times they've hit 10 3-pointers a game this year.
Talking about them or us?
Them.
That's their bread and butter. I mean, obviously our focus tonight is to run them off the 3-point line, but when you do that, sometimes you tend to get yourself in bad positions where now you got to over-rotate and help, and now they're kicking out to another guy on the other side of the floor who's open for a wide-open 3. So it's a little catch-22 on that philosophy, but I think defensively, if we are locked in and if we, stay on our feet, I thought the last couple games we've been getting a little careless about leaving our feet and getting ourselves out of position. So it's definitely something that we've talked about and worked on. But yeah, I mean, that's why they're a threat. I mean, they've been losing some games by double digits and have come back and easily won, I think, because of that 3-point ability and threat. So a 10-point lead, a 15-point lead tonight, I hope we get it, but it's not safe.
Cam Grant, last game out, 26 points. Lately, over the last few games, you've had more and more guys getting double figures, and it's amazing how in your starting lineup, your guys are just barely averaging 10 points. That really shows you about this team concept.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a lot, and I think that's what makes this group special and why we've had such a special year. And we all know it can end tonight. We all know it can end very fast. But I think just their commitment to each other, their commitment to not really care who gets the accolades or who scores. They want to win basketball games, and that's obviously helped us during the season. To be 19-2 with our schedule is pretty darn impressive. I'm sure, including myself, a lot of people would not have expected the type of season that we had. But we all know St. Ed's and St. Ed's basketball lately, and you're kind of judged by winning a district, winning a regional, and getting down to Dayton. So, there's a lot of pressure on these guys to do that. And I do think that the good teams, though, like a Cam Grant last week getting 25, we're going to go to the guy that's hot, and we're going to find the guy that we need to find at this time of year to win basketball games. So we're not worried about 5 or 6 guys getting 8 points apiece. We're worried about finding the right guy and making sure that we're getting a good opportunity every time down the floor.
And speaking of accolades, Cam Grant, first team All-District, Lucas Perusik, third team All-District. So when I looked at that All-District first team, 20 points, 25 points, 20 points, Cam Grant at that time, 9.9 points, really says a lot about his play and Lucas's play this year.
Yeah, all of them. I mean, we had 3 other guys, our starters were honorable mention. Well, when you have the top 1 or 2 teams in the area, you should have guys in that category, right? And nobody has said that we're not talented. We do have talented guys, and I think it is good to know that people can still recognize the fact that you don't have to score 20 a game or 25 a game to be an all-district type player. And we had 2 guys that were first and third team. So it's good. I mean, that's something that all coaches can use, including myself moving forward. Like, you don't have to score 30 a game to be an all-district type player if that's what you want. You don't have to be a 30-point guy to go to Stanford. You just have to make sure that you're doing your job. You understand how to play, and if you really watch some of our guys play, you know that they understand the game, and they not only scoring, but how are they defending, rebounding, assists, all of that stuff goes into it, and they've all kind of bought into that.
Coach, let's take a look at the starting lineup for this district semifinal matchup.
All right, again, we got senior Lucas Perusik at the 1, senior Brevin Coleman at the 2, senior Cam Grant at the 3, senior Danny Lavelle at the 4, and junior Wendell Henry at the 5.
Coach, good luck in tonight's game.
Thank you, Adam.
At Joyce Buick GMC, we're receiving truckloads of new vehicles.
Check out our great selection of new and certified used cars and trucks.
For over 50 years, people have come from near and far.
For the best sales and service experience.
See us today for the lowest prices and great selection in stock.
And that's why people say,
drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors, Dale.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Number 1, senior Ryan Walsh. Junior number 2, Mateo Medina. Sophomore number 10, Jaden Crutcher. Sophomore number 25, B.J. Todd. And senior number 0, Stephen Furka. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the St. Edward Eagles. Head coach, Eric Flannery. Assistant coach, Jim Flannery. Assistant coach, Pete Flannery. Assistant coach, T.J. Gallagher. Delvon Planson, and Tyler Gottlieb. The non-starters for the Eagles. Number 2, Quincy Shields. Number 4, Brady Lentz Piper. Number 5, Brian Sullivan. Number 13, Tate Shaw. Number 14, Tony Pulas. Number 20, Ryan Haggart. Number 21, Ricky Mussey II. Number 23, Max McMillan. Number 25, Angelo Pulas. Number 33, Joey Sarpiti. Now the starters for St. Ed's. Number 1, senior, Lucas Wilson. Number 3, senior, Brendan Coleman. Senior, number 10, Danny O'Neill. Senior, number 11, Cameron Grant. And junior, number 24, Wendell Henry. Let's get both teams in the game. It's basketball time.
And that is true. It is basketball time here at Lakewood High School. Your St. Edward Eagles getting ready to take on the Elyria Pioneers. Hi again, everybody. I'm Adam Mendoza along with Donnie O'Toole. Cody Wagner on camera for us here on the Eagles Sports Network. The Eagles will be the home team as they are in their home white uniforms. Elyria, which will be the road team, will be in their traveling red uniforms with the white letters and numbers. The Eagles in the first half will be going right to left, Elyria left to right, Donnie.
And I love that it's a college-sized court, so there's a lot of room out there.
And this game is underway, and it's picked up by Elyria as it's picked up by Crutcher. He'll work it out, having to face a big double team trap in that corner. Eagles really getting up in the face early on of Elyria. On the sideline, that shot doesn't go for Ryan Walsh. Ball loose, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pioneers.
Yeah, so they're attacking the glass right. Larry's attacking the glass right out of the gate, and we got to do a better job of hitting some bodies here.
St. Ed's now back on defense. On the inbound is Medina. He'll get it off to Crutcher. Crutcher on that right side trying to work it in. Cam Grant not letting him get by. He'll work the low base. Back out on top to B.J. Todd. Now they get it to Medina. Medina working it out. Eagle defense trying to come in. They clack in, but their time, that shot by Medina is good as he picks up his first 2 points of the game, and it's a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, he did a great job exploding to the glass. We're going to maybe have to get, I don't know if we're in help on that or not. We'll have to wait and see a few more possessions.
Eagles' first possession of the ball game. It'll be Perusic with it. Double high screen up top as they go 2 at the post up top. Perusic working it to the right side, getting it off to Coleman. Top of the circle, looking to go right side to Cam Grant. Grant looking for a high pick, gets it, drives the lane, going in, off the window, no. It's going to be an offensive charge.
So go ahead. Well, what I was going to say is, right in initial first stroke as we're standing on offense. You know, we're passing, we're cutting, we're replacing, we're doing the cookie cutter offense here. We got to set better screens and be active to keep these quick Elyria guards out of play.
Todd with a basketball, now facing
Trap.
a double team.
Yep,
There's a turnover again. Yes, no, maybe. Loose on the floor. And they're going to call a foul on Danny Lavelle. And just like that, the Eagles with 2 quick fouls.
You know, the advantage we have being at this vantage point is we can see a lot. I didn't see that, but whatever.
6:40 to go here in the opening quarter as Walsh, the 6-foot senior, getting the basketball, averaging 16.9 points a game. Coleman on him. Todd getting it up way on top between the circles. Looking to go to Medina, but is caught up top over to Walsh.
Yeah, we're pushing him out far.
Underneath, a block by Cam Grant. Up ahead to Perusic, left of the lane.
Oh, what about the bump there?
Ball taken away on a steal. Here comes Medina on the run. Up the floor is Medina. He got it blocked again by Cam Grant. 2 in a row on 2 possessions. Eagles down 2-0, 6 minutes in this opening quarter. Perusic with a basketball, working it along. Cam Grant, open 3, wing, no good. Rebounded by Wendell Henry. Eagles getting a second opportunity. Brevin Coleman with a basketball, averaging 9 points a game. Drives left of the lane, back out on top. Henry at the 3-point arc. Eagles need to move, and you're right, they've got to move around a little bit more.
Good take, get in there.
Coleman gets fouled on the way to the basket.
I can't tell there. Are they in a matchup 2-3 there?
Looks like it.
Looked like they're in a matchup 2-3 zone there.
Foul is on Steve Furcron, who averages 2 points a game. Brevin Coleman will go to the free throw line, a 67% free throw shooter, averaging just under 10 a game. Brevin Coleman with his first point of the game. Eagles cutting the lead in half at 2-1. Coleman looking for the back end. Gets it.
Full court pressure by St. Ed's. There you go.
There's a turnover. Perusic off to Lavelle. Back to Perusic. Wendell Henry from 22. Too hard. Rebounded by Kutcher. Down the floor. They get it to Medina. Missing it on the shot. Cam Grant getting the rebound, but a foul in the backcourt, and the foul will be on Mateo Medina.
So what's going on here, Adam, is we're attacking the glass, but if they're getting the rebound, they are leaking out. We got to do a great job of hustling back because these guards are way quicker than guards we've probably seen all year. So we did do a good job there, but we got to get back on defense.
So the Eagles and Pioneers tied at 2 with 5:15 to go in the opening quarter. Perusic will slowly walk it up over the timeline, right side of the lane, high pick, getting it off, dumping it to Wendell Henry. Oh, too hard, but he gets his own rebound. Going in, off the window and in.
That's it, Wendell. There you go.
Wendell Henry with his first 2, 4-2 lead, Eagle press. Todd is caught and a foul on Wendell Henry on the push.
Yeah, he got caught in between worlds right there.
4:50 to go here in the opening quarter.
The good thing is Elyria's doing a great job helping us out by picking the ball up right over half court so we could trap them.
3 fouls on the Eagles. They are the home team. 2 fouls on Elyria. 4-2 our score.
Elyria coach going crazy about something.
On the inbound will be Medina. He'll get it off to Walsh. Coleman on him, putting pressure. Through the center circle, left side forecourt. Now works it to the right side. Drives the lane. Mishandle picked up by Cam Grant. Leaked out over to Perusic. Going in for the layup, and he missed it on the finger roll. But he comes up with a steal. Getting it now. is loose on the floor. Medina getting it. He'll run it up the floor. Right side, going down low underneath to Crutcher. And they'll bring it back out.
No, he drove right to the corner, picked it up.
Here's another steal on another turnover for the Eagles.
They're helping us out. Oh, knock it in, baby.
Cam
there it is.
Grant, no. Off the side of the iron. Rebounded by Medina. And another dumb foul by the Eagles. In the backcourt, Brevin Coleman.
Fouling all the way at the other end of the baseline is not good.
4:07 to go here in the opening quarter. Just a 4-2 lead. Both teams, Donnie, still feeling each other out.
Yeah, getting comfortable, exactly. But you hope that they would let us play here and, this far into the season and not call this.
Trying to get that double team at the forecourt. Todd
Picked it
with
up again. Yep.
There's
there
a steal. Brevin Coleman on a 2-on-2. Right of the lane. Perusic will stop on the wing.
Oh, Danny, be ready.
Danny stops at the free throw line from 15.
There it is. See? Wide open, Danny. Good job, baby.
Danny Lavelle with his first two. Eagles take a 6-2 lead. Lavelle averaging under 10 points a game. Eagles as a team averaging 71 points a contest. They give up 52. Again, getting that double team. And Wendell Henry will get called.
No, 10. 10 seconds.
Oh, it's a 10-second call. Well, that one helped us out. Sorry. Thank you for.
No. I thought he did not call a foul at 9.8 seconds of the 10-second.
Well, we talked about the pressure. Pressure's making a difference right now.
It really is because Elyria can't handle it.
Cam Grant with a basketball up at the top of the circle. Right side, Max McClellan into the ball game. Getting it underneath. Scarpetti from three. No good. Just rattles around the rim. Jump ball situation. And the possession arrow favors St. Ed's. Into the ball game for the Eagles. Scarpetti, Brian Sullivan, McClellan. They're in for the Eagles. Scarpetti has to get this one in, and he does before the 5 count.
We're what, 0-4 or 5 from threes again?
Now they get it over to McClellan. His three, no good. Rebound Scarpetti, another offensive board by the Eagles. Now Cam Grant driving right of the lane, kicking it out over to Lavelle. Underneath, he was out of bounds.
Damn it, darn it. Are we in a dump?
Nope.
Yeah, it is what it is.
2:53 to go, and Max McClellan getting called with the foul. Boy, the Eagles now already with
they're going to be in
their 5th foul already, and we still have 2:52 remaining in the opening stanza.
Stop fouling.
6-2 our score. St. Ed's with the lead. Elyria coming into this game averaging 65 points a game. Into the ball game is Cam Bell. Bell's a 6'2 freshman.
Ooh.
Walsh working it on that left side to Crutcher. Crutcher going in, and it's blocked by McClellan as he disrupted the play. Across the floor to Scarpetti. He'll lay it off. Working it right side. Sullivan way out on top. Ball should go Elyria way. I think the referee was discussing but forgot to make the sign. 2:23 to go here in the opening quarter, Donnie.
We got to do a great job at taking care of the ball. We cannot, first of all, we got to quit fouling. But secondly, I like our offense. Now we're moving offensively and we're getting looks. We just got to take care of the ball.
Eagles leading at 6-2 with 2:23 to go. Elyria on the inbound to Walsh. Walsh trying to get it over the timeline. He does as he hurries. Underneath, and another foul. They're going to call the walk.
Yeah, he did.
Eagles collapsing in on the player inside the key.
He couldn't believe he was that wide open.
2:15 remaining in the opening quarter. St. Ed's up 6-2. Scarpetti will bring up the ball, averaging 2.7 points a game. He has hit some big three-pointers for Coach Eric Flannery. Sullivan.
Good move.
At the free throw line, and he gets the bounce. Sullivan with his first two, averages 7 a game.
Contain him here.
8-2 St. Ed's.
There's
the double team. Walsh with it across the floor to Medina. His three. No. Rebound by Cam Grant. That's 4 for him. Outlet over to Bussey. Bussey on the left wing. Up top, they work it right side. Cam Grant playing with a little bit of a force. Getting it off to Scarpetti, but too high for him. Grant, 3 ball. Bingo!
That's it, baby. That's it.
11-2. St. Ed's with a 9-point run. And that 9-point lead really putting the pressure down the floor. Almost tossed out of bounds on the sideline. Over to Blanton. Back up top. Open 3 by Bell. His shot doesn't go. Tapped up loose.
This way. Ah.
And it's going to stay with Elyria.
I've tried.
We are crashing the boards on both ends. On the offensive side, Donnie, we've had a number of possessions where we've gotten a second opportunity
Absolutely, and that's using our height to our advantage, using our quickness to our advantage. We're doing all the little things.
Walsh can't get that one to fall as it rolls off the rim. Double team up top. They work it to the left side to Crutcher. Crutcher's 3, way off the mark. Rebounded by Medina. Crutcher again, 22 off the rim, no good. Picked up by Scarpetti, looking through traffic in the lane, kicking it out. Left side, Sullivan baseline, triple try!
No timeout from Elyria.
5 for Sullivan, 14-2, 12-point lead.
That's a 12-0 run, isn't it, Adam? Something like that?
Yes, it is. It was 2-2, and it's a 12-0 run. Now they work it to Walsh. Back out. They work the 3-point line. Now underneath. There's a steal on the floor. Picking it up is McClellan. He'll look up all the floor. Bringing it down the floor. Getting it over to Cam Grant.
That's where having the size of the floor is helpful because we could spread out and not be on top of each other.
Scarpetti, open triple. No, short. Rebounded by Medina, who averages 4, and that's going to be it for the first quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books. St. Ed's out to a 14-2 lead. We'll take this timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
Well, as we are getting ready for the second quarter of play, Donnie, a 12-0 run ending the first quarter for St. Ed's. Leading scorer is Brian Sullivan with 5 points and a big 3 near the end of that first quarter.
So what I think had happened here, I won't really call that a run for us because that's really what we do and who we are. You know, as far as trapping and the defense and the tempo, I just think that we found ourselves, our rhythm quicker than Elyria's. Now listen, this Elyria team, they're going to make some adjustments. We just got to keep that pressure up at them. If you notice, a lot of the turnovers from Elyria were right at that half-court line. As soon as they got over, they picked the ball up and we trapped them. Everything was north of the key, the 3-point line. So if we could keep that up and get them to take some wild threes, then we'll be in good shape. And we got to stop fouling. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And this is a team that loves to put up the threes. They put up over 600 3-pointers, 36%, as Walsh being forced down the floor by Perusic in his face. Now here comes a double team into the corner.
There it is.
Out of bounds on another turnover.
That's what pressure does. That's what pressure does. We just talked about it, half-court pressure.
Elyria.
Perusic's just all over the court, man.
Elyria averaging 12 turnovers a game. The Eagles are forcing 18 a game. And they've lowered their number at 14.7. Now Lavelle trying to back in. Eagles trying to work it around the arc. Coleman on the right side in the lane. Back to Lavelle, onto Perusic. Trying to work that perimeter. A lot of movement. Bussey, left side, back up top. Down to 7:24.
Good
in the
take.
lane, there's a smack
That's
and
right.
a slap by Medina.
Good take.
Here comes Walsh down the floor. They can't get the offense going as they've got to stop in the offense.
And that's what we're doing. We're stopping their dribble drive, and that's frustrating them. Look at them. We're all over them.
Walsh trying to get through, putting up the shot, and he hits it.
Kid's a competitor.
Walsh now with his first 2 of the game, 14-4. Walsh has averaged a double. He's had a double-figure game in every game except one this year. Had a high of 35 against North Ridgeville.
Elyria had 8 turnovers in that first quarter. Good pass.
Bad shot on the miss is Bussey. And Bussey getting called with the foul in the backcourt.
Cannot foul that far away.
When you look at Elyria, in one game they hit 15 3-pointers against Berea Mid-Park.
Yeah.
They can chuck it.
Yeah, if they're wide open.
And this year, they have hit 10 or more 3-pointers in 12 games.
Let's call a push on that.
And they did. The foul will go on St. Ed's. The foul is on Brevin Coleman, his second, and that's going to send Elyria to the free throw line now.
That's god awful. That's god awful. I mean, there was no push down there.
6:37 to go, 14-4 lead. And at the free throw line will be Mateo Medina, the 6-foot junior, averaging 12 points a game, a 73% free throw shooter. He hits on that one, 3 points for him. Looking to hit on the back end. Had 22 against Midview. Hits it again.
All right, we need a bucket.
Eagles up 14-6. Needing to put some points. They've been outscored 4-0 to start this second quarter. Cam Grant trying to work it at the free throw line. Looking for the back cut. Gives it to Perusik around the right side. Low block. Out to Lavelle. Open wing 3. Yes, sir.
Big shot, Danny. Big shot, Danny.
Danny Lavelle with 5. Danny Lavelle with 5, and a timeout is called on the floor. We have 6:14 to go. The Eagles end a 4-0 run by the Elyria Pioneers, and they have a 17-6 lead, Donnie.
So great timeout by Flann, because what he's realizing is we got 17 fouls. Coach Flann realizes that they're calling us touch foul. He's going to mix it up. I think he's doing this to mix it up defensively. He may pull back, do some half-court trapping stuff, because we continuously are fouling in the backcourt, and that's not good. So look for an adjustment defensively here.
17-6 our score as St. Ed's leading it over the Elyria Pioneers in district semifinal action. Last time these two teams met in the districts in the semifinals, 2005. Prior to that, 2002. All right, Elyria will inbound the ball. It'll be Medina getting it into B.J. Todd. Now in a double team. Back to Medina, racing it up the floor. Looking to go on that left side, and they throw the ball out of play.
Yeah, he tipped it, yeah.
Walsh said, I didn't have it. Boy, when you look at Mr. Ryan Walsh,
yeah,
he's had 30 points in 4 or more games.
That's incredible.
20 to 29 points a game, 8 times.
There
Low
you go.
block.
Get it. Feed him. Feed
Inside.
him. Feed him.
Inside to Wendell Henry. They fed the beast.
Wendell. Yes.
And he picks up a 19-6 lead for the Eagles. Racing the ball up the floor. Good block there by Wendell, getting the basketball off to Sullivan.
Great D. Stood his ground.
Sullivan down the floor in traffic, off to Perusik. Baseline move, low block, out to Henry.
Ooh.
He thought about it.
He did. No,
he wanted to pull the trigger, but Cam Grant way short. And Medina coming up with a rebound. Medina on the year, averaging 4 rebounds a game. Leaves it off to Walsh. Wow, a long 3, doesn't go. Cam Grant picks it up. Oh, what a move on a 2-on-1. Down, back, and forth. Oh, what a play down the court.
Timeout Elyria.
Cam Grant getting the lead. He's got 5. Now that is what you do in practice time and time again.
It's, you know what, it's the drills. That's one of those drills that you work on and you go, by golly, is this ever going to happen in a game? You can never figure out when it does, but that was textbook right there.
And that play really started with Cam Grant. Loose ball, flipped it up in the air to get it to himself, and then they played the two-man game.
Because he knew the guard was going to be able to tap that ball, so he tipped it over their head. Good timeout by Elyria here, because it's kind of, they don't want this to get away before halftime here.
15-point lead for the Eagles, 5:05 remaining. Today's game is being brought to you by Joyce Buick GMC, the official auto dealer of St. Edward High School. By Todd Associates, for risk solutions for all of your insurance needs. Contact Pat Hyland at Todd Associates at 440-995-4204. And by Chula, proud restaurant partner of St. Edward Athletics with locations in Orange and Ohio City. For more information, go to chula.com. Adam Mendoza, Donnie O'Toole, high atop here at Lakewood High School. District semifinal action. Eagles on top, 21-6.
So Coach Smith just texted me and told me that Illyria's hustling two guys back to protect the rim to get us to shoot from outside, which is smart. So we just got to be patient. I think we have been with the ball.
Eagles again going full court pressure. Double team in the forecourt. Trying to get it away. Underneath, there's an open block, and no, in the foul and one as Jaden Crutcher with his first two. The foul will go on Perusic.
Boy, he wanted to pin that ball. That's one on him, right, Adam?
Yep. Crutcher averaging 17 points a game as a 69% free throw shooter. Had 26 against Midview. Crutcher scored 26 points 3 times as he hits the free throw. He has 3 points. Eagles up. Now there's an outside triple drain by Cam Grant. 8 points for Cam Grant. Cam averaging 10.5. First team all district. Now Crutcher, 3.
Right,
responds.
Let's go. We like the tempo here.
Jaden Crutcher with 6. Eagles up 24-12. Henry in the paint. Jump ball, Elyria basketball. No, it's St. Ed's basketball.
It's ours.
Jaden Crutcher, 26 points 3 times. In the last 2 games, he's averaging 23. Had a season high of 29 against Rocky River. Eagles on the inbound.
Beth Moore texted me that the ref is always right.
Cam Grant on the left wing. Cross-court pass, back inside. Cam Grant got mugged. Ball got knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Elyria basketball.
Okay, a little bit of momentum here. We just got to take care of the ball. Like Coach Smith was saying, we just got to be patient here. Take the ball fake, make him jump, and then backdoor do something. We'll figure it out.
4:19 to go. Ball loose on the floor, and it should stay and go with the Eagles. They'll get it in the forecourt.
They'll get it on the side, I think.
Yeah, they will get it on the side. No player from Elyria
touched it, right?
As Lucas Perusic was trying to go over and had to almost jump over an Elyria Pioneer body. So the Eagles now, and the official having a word with somebody on the floor, as Wendell Henry and Stephen Furcron had to be separated, and Furcron showing his frustration.
This is great. They're out of sync. They're out of sorts right now, and we know that. So this is exactly what we're going to do, is we're going to take advantage of this.
Right now, Coach Flannery is going to have his guys over there. And it looks
they have an official time. Well, I think
they're going to get a fan and remove him, or give him a warning. Not sure yet.
Well, first of all, the official should definitely not be listening to what a fan's saying unless he's talking derogatory to him.
So they're going to call a foul on Wendell Henry. That'll be his second. McClellan will quickly check into the ball game. So there was a little bit of a tussle back to our left between Furcron.
Well, why not a double foul?
It is.
That's the right. Here, if you're going to call that, first of all, don't call it. Get them together. Tell them, hey guys, knock it off. You're both playing varsity level here. That's what a good call would have been there. Not giving them fouls. Don't take them out of the game.
So Furcron and Wendell Henry each getting a foul. Now Coach Flannery having a discussion here below us, but the Eagles will get the basketball.
Coach Flann has a question on the call.
And he wants to get an explanation from the official as they have a little powwow in front of the bench. 4:19 to go. St. Ed's up 24-12.
Flann didn't like that, but he's going to pick his battles. I'll fight him for him.
Cam Grant now getting the ball off to McClellan. Perusic now trying to look over the defense to Cam Grant. Thought about the three, drives in the lane. He'll stop in the paint, back out. They work it around to the left side.
Patience, 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 patience.
Cam Grant, top circle to Perusic. Looked to go in the lane, but got cut off. We're down to 4 minutes. Nice pass inside to Max McClellan. His shot doesn't go. Rebounded by B.J. Todd. Down the floor. Here comes Medina in the lane. Getting it off over to Church. Back out to Medina. His three is good. Medina hits a big three-pointer. Medina with 7.
Boy, I'm telling you, this Elyria bench is just screaming at the official right now.
Medina getting the foul. Scarpetti will check in now for the Eagles.
Do we have anyone come out? Hold on.
Sullivan will check out for the Eagles.
Joe, you got to tell them who you're going in for, buddy.
Taylor Blanton checks in for Elyria. Perusic the trigger on the inbound, out to McClellan. Cam Grant, top of the free throw arc. Perusic, right lane, driving, kicking it back out. Looking to go in is Lavelle.
It's all right, we're good.
Cam Grant, in and out. And the foul is on Lavelle on the late call.
This guy's called, of the 14 calls tonight, he's had probably 8 or 9 of them. Let him play.
21-15 or 24-15 our score. At the free throw line will be Walsh. Walsh, an 88% free throw shooter. On the night. That's his first. He has 3 points. They are 4 for 4 at the free throw line. And they get their first miss of the night. 3:17 to go. Perusic with the basketball. He'll work it off to Cam Grant. Now a zone defense.
Yeah, they're great, awesome.
Hargett into the game as they work it up top against the Elyria zone.
We can have long possessions and we'll get to the gaps and get the shot we want.
Perusic up top. Back on the left side to Cam Grant.
It's all right, we're good.
Perusic getting the high pass off to Scarpetti.
Get it out of the corner, Joey.
Scarpetti getting it into McClellan. Backing in, kicking out, open three. Cam Grant will miss that one. Ball out of bounds, St. Ed's, as the throw by Church. He was trying to get it to Walsh and he threw it out of bounds.
This pressure.
Relentless pressure by St. Edward. Scarpetti triggers the inbound. Playing it out to Perusic in the forecourt. Perusic, no points, averages 7.5. He'll back it off in the forecourt. Elyria in the zone. Scarpetti in the Hargett. Turnaround jumper, no good. Ball loose, picked up by Cam Grant.
Get him off, get him off.
Grant kicking it out. Perusic right side, McClellan. Back out on top as they go a long range to stretch the defense against the zone. Grant working it on the baseline. Cross court, Perusic, baseline move. Now trying to get it inside but taken away, and they're going to call a kick on Elyria. Down to 2:04 in the first half. St. Ed's up 24-16.
See, again, our bigs have to be patient. They have to hold their post. They have to hold the guys off and pin them. And we're not doing that right now.
Cam Grant getting it low block, out to Perusic. Drives in, kicks out. Scarpetti. Si, senor!
Big shot by Scarps.
Joey Scarpetti with a three-pointer. 27-16 St. Ed's.
Under 2 minutes.
That's a big three by Scarpetti, his 13th of the year.
Travel.
On the jumper, nice turnaround jumper by Crutcher. He has 8.
He's got a nice turnaround jump shot.
27-18, 1.5 to go. Eagles careless with the basketball, but they have an opening. McClellan out to Perusic in the lane, going in, scoop shot, no. McClellan fighting for the basketball, and McClellan will get called with the foul. I think it's either that or Perusic.
Not even letting them compete. It's horrible.
And the foul will be on. It'll be on Max McClellan, his second, and we'll take a walk all the way to the wild side on the right as Elyria will go to the free throw line.
Neither team has possession. Our guys are competing, and because they're bigger.
At the line will be Xavier Church. 50% free throw shooter. Averages 2 points a game. Too hard. He'll look to hit the back end. As a team, Elyria 75% from the line. Missing a second one. Ball tapped up. Angelo Kulat's coming in and getting the rebound.
Yeah, get him going, man. Get those guys going.
Scarpetti looking over to Coach Flannery to get the play call.
We're at a minute, Adam.
Cam Grant against that 2-3 zone defense. Kulat's in the corner.
Look at that middle. Look how wide open that middle is.
Scarpetti inching his way to the free throw line. Inside, kicking it back out. Hargett. Or make that, I'm sorry. That was Kulat's. Now they get it out to Perusic as they'll work it around.
Yeah, we're patient. We're good. We'll take the last shot of the half.
Down 41 seconds. Eagles up 27 to 18. Cam Grant in the paint against 3. And the foul on Elyria.
He killed him.
The foul is on number 12. That's Xavier Church. He'll pick up his first.
Well, he didn't kill him. He just hit him hard. I may have embellished that a little, Adam. Trying to capture the spirit of the thing.
For you young folks, that's a Slapshot, the movie. Scarpetti. Si, senor, otra vez. He does it again.
Boy, is he having a heck of a second half of the season.
6 points for Scarpetti. 30-18. Now an answer three. No. Rebound by Scarpetti.
So let's get another one.
He'll run it up the floor. He'll get it on the right side to Kulat's, out to Cam Grant. Scarpetti. Oh, yes. No. From our vantage point, it looked like that one was going to go in, and that is going to be it for the first half of action. St. Ed's 30. Elyria 18. Eagles outscore Elyria 16-14. As we go to halftime, we'll take this time out on the Eagles Sports Network.
Being in St. Ed's has taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path here. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, this place wants me to be something great.
At Joyce Buick GMC, we're receiving truckloads of new vehicles and trucks.
Check out a great selection of new certified used cars and trucks.
For over 50 years, people have come to Joyce from near and far.
For the best sales and service experience. See us today for the lowest prices and great selection now in stock.
And that's why people say, drive Joyce. Your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School. It is halftime. St. Ed's out to a 30-18 lead. Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half. Ryan Walsh with 3 points, all coming in the second quarter. Mateo Medina with 7 points, 5 of them in the second quarter. Jaden Crutcher with 8 points, all coming in the second quarter. That's been the scoring for the Elyria Pioneers. For the Eagles, Brevin Coleman with 4. Brian Sullivan with 5 and a big 3. Danny Lavelle with 5 and a big 3. Cam Grant with 8 and a big 3. Wendell Henry with 4. And Joey Scarpetti with 6 and 2 big 3s. All coming in that second quarter.
So to the point that you've been talking about for probably months now, is if you look at our balanced scoring, that's exactly what it is, balanced. And that's why we have the lead right now, because Elyria can't just take one guy out, Adam. We got multiple guys who can score. We got multiple guys who are moving off the ball. Danny Lavelle's doing a heck of a job. Scarps is giving us great energy off the bench. Perusik's running his. Everyone knows their role on this team, and that's why we're doing so well right now. We got to get after defensively. First half, Elyria was they didn't know what to do. They made some adjustments, so now we got to make some adjustments.
The Eagles with 8 bench points from Sullivan I'm sorry. They have
Scarps
11 bench points. So 11 bench points for St. Ed's, Sullivan and Joey Scarpetti. 18 points from the big 3 of Elyria.
And if you think back, we're getting wide open looks. Unless we're attacking the rim, and here's where I think we might be able to do something. If they're gonna sit in that zone, this is where Wendell's just going to have a field day in the second half, because we just feed him the ball. If we can post him, seal, and get the ball to him and take care of the ball, go side top side the way we're in great shape. I don't know if Larry's going to stay in that zone or not.
Well, remember earlier on in the year when teams started to hit the zone against the Eagles, and they didn't do well, but as the year went on, teams continued to put the zone on, but the Eagles have learned and gotten better playing against the zone defense.
Well, not only that, a lot of teams after a few possessions of playing the zone went right back to man. Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary. They went to the zone, and then they pulled right out of that when we started hitting shots. So it's pick your poison, I guess. Elyria's trying to figure. Here's what I'm thinking. If I'm Elyria right now, Adam, I'm trying to figure out, okay, our game plan isn't working, so we got to catch up. So how are we going to catch up and then get in our rhythm? There's only a half left to do that. So either A, they got to force us to throw the ball around, which we're too disciplined to do, or B, they got to figure out a way to stop us shooting, because we're getting open shots. They got to start contesting shots. They're going to have to start gambling defensively. They're going to have to start reaching. They're going to have to start doubling. They're going to have to do whatever they can to create havoc.
And we're creating that havoc, especially at the forecourt. In that first quarter, we saw a lot of traps in the forecourt.
Absolutely.
Once that ball just got to the half-court line or over the half-court line.
And as I said, too, they're doing us a favor. They're doing us a favor. When they pick that ball up, they don't see us trailing behind. We're right in there. So we got to be a little bit more disciplined, because that's why we had the team fouls. Do we have anyone who's got 3 fouls or more, Adam, that we got to be worried about here in the second half?
Wendell Henry, Max McClellan, and Danny Lavelle, along with Brevin Coleman, each have 2 fouls.
So that's the benefit of playing the depth that we play on this bench, because we can have guys be a little bit more aggressive if they're going to call it tight like that. Now, you just hope in the second half they're going to let the game play. If that does, then in my opinion, and no disrespect to Elyria, but we just clearly have the advantage. This is where experience takes over right now.
We've played 12. 12 players have gone into the game. And the other thing we were talking about, you got the big 3. They only have 18 points between them. In their last game against Midview, they hit for 62 of the 76 points in the win against Midview.
Yeah, right.
They've
So
got to get some help off the bench.
They got to get some help off the bench, and that's what Coach Flan knows, is that they don't have to, if we take care of those three guys, let someone else beat us.
30-18 is our score here at the half, and want to just let you know, Donnie, hold on 1 minute for.
You got the QR?
That's what I was going to do. I just have to get the QR code put up on the screen. Just give me one more second. Okay, we got a Joyce Buick GMC QR code.
So what that does, folks, ladies and gentlemen, is I work at Joyce Buick GMC. Mike Joyce, class of 72. Jim Judge, class of 79. That QR code's going to take you to our inventory. Right now we got Auto Show. If you're looking for a vehicle right now, this is one of those times, this is the time of the year to do it, because Auto Show rebates are huge. We have a lot of inventory. There's a lot going on. Even if you want to just come in and take the temperature of where you're at, it may work, it may not. Scan that QR code. Give me a call at Joyce Buick. The number's on the website. Give us a call. Give me a call personally. I will bring you in, and we will treat you right. Right now, there's supplier, teacher discounts, supplier discounts. There's just a lot. We have an amazing selection of pre-owned vehicles. Come out and see what we have to offer you.
Joyce Buick GMC, official auto dealer of St. Edward High School. Also, today's game is brought to you by Pat Highland, St. Edward class of 2005, and Todd Associates. Call them today at 440-995-4204. Pat Highland and Todd Associates, St. Edward class of 2005. Todd Associates, meeting all of your insurance needs. And by the big taste of Chula Indian Barbecue, with locations in Ohio City and Orange Village. Chula has fit-for-it customizable options for all of you vegetarians, meatitarians, or whatever-tarians. For more information, you can go to chula.com. Both teams getting back onto the floor here as we get ready for the third quarter of action. Donnie, you talked about, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we have 15 three-point attempts and 10 two-point attempts. We still need to attack inside. We just talked about that. I'm glad Coach Smith said that. Just one offensive rebound in the second quarter. We want to be aggressive, but limit our stupid fouls. Exactly right.
And in that first quarter, boy, we were getting those offensive rebounds, getting second and third opportunity and good looks. They're working the ball very well inside. And one thing that we saw when Elyria was breaking the press, they had those guys leaked out. Elyria hasn't been able to do that as the Eagles adjusted to that.
They have, and they've done it. They've made great adjustments to that. But anytime you got a kid like Perusic running the show, he's smart enough. He can analyze. He knows what's going on. He can see what they're in. If they're going to come at him with the trap, if they're going to give him one. I like it when they try and play him man up, because he's the best ball handler in the county, I think. So, it'll be interesting to see what Elyria does to counter, because like I said, their game plan is pretty much out the window right now because they got to play catch-up right now.
Eagles outscored Elyria 16-14 in that quarter. They held them to just 2 points in the first quarter of play as we get set for the second half of action. It'll be the original starters for St. Ed's: Cam Grant, Lucas Perusic, Wendell Henry, Brevin Coleman, and Danny Lavelle. For the Elyria Pioneers, it'll be their original starters: Furcron, Walsh, Medina, Crutcher, and B.J. Todd. It'll be Elyria basketball to start off the second half of action. Walsh again getting hounded by Brevin Coleman. Walsh getting the ball off, working it to B.J. Todd, the young sophomore at 6'1". Now to Walsh, spinning in the lane, getting the pass. He was trying to go for Medina, but Perusic was in the passing lane.
Hey, active hands, and I can tell you right now, if we went back and look on the bulletin board or the whiteboard that Flan does his pregame, he wants 10 to 15 deflections a game.
Walsh on the inbound, triggering it right at the baseline over to Todd. Back to Medina. Walsh, right wing at the three-point arc. Coleman on him, going in, blocked by Lucas Perusic. Here come the Eagles left to right. Perusic behind the back dribble, off to Cam Grant. Baseline move, got cut off.
Good
now
D.
in the paint, spins, kicks. Perusic, ball on the wing, back out to Grant, top circle. 7:19 to go.
Feed him.
Lavelle left side to Coleman, left baseline. Driving the lane. Nice pass underneath. Going to Henry. Open three. Yes.
Big shot by Danny Lavelle.
8 points for Danny Lavelle. Eagles leading at 33-18. Trap in the corner.
Good trap right there. So I think what's happened now is we're going to trap below the foul line here, Adam. Instead of up top getting those cheap fouls, get the ball to the corner and trap them there.
Medina will trigger the inbound to Walsh, trying to get it in. On the side is Crutcher. His three doesn't go. Bell rebound. Trapped underneath. Stopped his dribble. Off to Medina. From the free throw line, missing it. Walsh trying to track it down, out of bounds. St. Ed's basketball.
See, these three from Elyria are ball players. The frustration setting in because they can't get the open looks that they're used to getting because our pressure is so good.
33-18 our score, third quarter. St. Ed's with a basketball. Perusic will be pressured by Medina, looking for a high screen. Works it off to the left side to Cam Grant on the wing.
Man-to-man, Adam.
Brevin Coleman off to Lavelle. Elyria in that man-to-man. Left side, Cam Grant way out on the left wing. Up top, Coleman, three. Knocks it, missing it. Perusic gets his first 2 points of the game.
Nice and easy.
Got the rebound, got the ball.
Good
Eagles
steal.
up. There's a steal for
foul
on the finger roll by Lavelle. Can't get it. Grabs the basketball off to Grant. Perusic underneath. There's Henry. Low block. Kicking it out. Cam Grant.
That's a spot.
Three ball doesn't go. Medina coming up with a rebound. Pressure by the Eagles. Medina looking to run. Off to Bell. Underneath. Getting it in. Blocked by Cam Grant. Perusic went high. Missed on the swat. Cam Grant cleaned up the mess.
You can almost see the saliva coming out of Perusic's mouth because he wanted that block so bad. He looked like me eating a steak dinner. When I used to eat.
Cam Grant got caught up in the air. Bell off to Walsh.
Oh, illegal.
There's a partial block by the Eagles. It'll stay with the Elyria Pioneers.
I would love to hear. We're miking them up for if the good Lord decides we're winning, we're miking them up.
All right, it'll be Medina on the inbound, stolen by Lavelle. Now Perusic looking to run up the floor. Gets tracked down from behind. Wendell Henry through traffic. Steps, fires in.
That's what he does. Just what he does. He is a bull. He is tough. He is strong. He knows how to use his body. That's the Wendell I love.
37-18 St. Ed's. Wendell Henry now with 6. Crutcher, 3. Boy.
Tough shot.
Bangs that one home.
Tough shot. Got to give him credit.
Crutcher with 11. A timeout will be called on the floor. 5:08 remaining. Third quarter, 37-21 St. Ed's.
Yeah, just here, I like the tempo. They're not getting ahead.
All right, the reason Donnie is laughing, I was telling him that I was watching the television show Winning about the Lakers. And Lakers play-by-play, longtime play-by-play announcer Chick Hearn was working with Pat Riley. And Chick Hearn would sit there, and if his color man was talking in mid-sentence and he put a fist up in the air, that was to be quiet. And that's so jokingly I did that to Donnie.
He's been doing it all night, guys. He's been doing it, trying to keep me all night long.
5:08 to go.
Adam,
here.
you are the best, man. You are the best.
That's why for all these years, and I've lost track of how many years we've been doing games, we have so much fun.
Absolutely.
5 minutes remaining. 37-21. Eagles with a basketball and a lead. Perusic underneath, back out. Wendell Henry knocks it home.
That's it, baby. Starting to feel it. Starting to feel it.
Wendell Henry with 9. Eagles up by 19. Basket is hit. Furcron coming in. Eagles try to answer. As
there you do, Cam Grant.
Cam Grant with 10.
That's why I love this tempo. See, they can't get in any rhythm.
Down the floor.
Here it comes.
There's a partial block, and the Eagles will get it. Now they run up the floor left to right. Lavelle off to Wendell Henry. Henry going baseline.
Feeling it.
Fouled.
Feed them. They don't have an answer for him.
The foul is on Furcron, his third. 42-23.
Looks like, you're starting to see our opponent with their hands on their knees. They're tired because of the tempo, and we've been recycling our guys, so we're more fresher than they are right now.
Wendell Henry called glass, and he hits the first one.
Bank's open, baby. He told me pregame he's going glass.
Wendell Henry with 10 points in the game. 43-23, 20-point lead. In and out as that went in, and a foul on St. Ed's. Lavelle or Cam Grant? It'll be on Lavelle. Oh, I'm sorry, Cam Grant.
Bad.
His second. Cam Grant, last game out, 25 points for the Eagles. Highest point total by an Eagle this year. It took to the last 2 games for the Eagles to hit for 20 points. Down the floor, they look over to Blanton going in, partially blocked, and Mateo came in with the basket and another foul. The foul is on Brevin Coleman, his third. Crutcher picking up the basket. He has 11. 43-25, looking for a 3-point play. Lined that one in. He has 12. Eagles up 43-26 with 3:50 to go in quarter number 3 from the free throw line.
Just
Wendell's he's heating up.
Just keep feeding him.
He's got 12. Walsh stops, plops it in.
That's what he does. That's a wide open look. No one stopped ball.
5 points for him, way underneath his 16-point average. Grant missing it as that rolls off. But Brevin Coleman underneath on a block out.
Did you see him go snag that?
Brevin Coleman with 4. Eagles 47. Elyria 28.
Oh, carried it.
Over and back, they forced a turnover. Eagles not letting up. Coach Flannery talked about the high-intensity practices this past week.
Absolutely. He just has a way of turning it up a notch.
3:15 to go here in the third quarter. Eagles up 47-28. Perusic on the high screen, leveling out over to the left side. Camp Grant in the paint. Spins.
What a move.
Left-handed move.
What a move.
Cam Grant with 12. 49-28, 21-point lead for St. Ed's.
There it is. Oh. Ooh.
Almost getting that one as they got it to Campbell. Down underneath over to B.J. Todd. There's Crutcher. His shot was no good, and a foul on St. Ed's.
That's the most made-up call I've ever seen in my life. In all my years of doing this, that is absolutely the most made-up call I've ever seen in my life. Didn't even come near him.
Cam Grant will pick up his third foul. That'll send Jaden Crutcher to the free throw line. Crutcher with 12 points, averages 17 a game. He's a 69% free throw shooter. He's 1 of 1 from the line. He has 13. He's 2 of 2 at the line tonight with 2:44, 20-point lead.
Let's start getting me a dump button for the playoffs.
Church coming in. Maybe you know me. All right.
Or have Carmen on standby.
Crutcher looking for his 4th in a row. And he hits it. He has 15 points. 49-30-31, our score. Scarpetti back to Perusic. Sullivan driving off the window.
Good take. Great passing.
Sullivan with 7 points, all coming off the bench. 51-31. Walsh in traffic. Getting it off to Crutcher, the hot hand. He missed it. Scarpetti rebound. That's his third of the night. Scarpetti off to Sullivan. Oh, he packed his bag and he traveled.
He did. Good call.
He's a traveling man, walking on the floor.
Adam Mendoza's here all weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses and bartenders.
I think we may have heard computers go off after I sang. Oh, the numbers are going down.
How many we got watching us?
A good number, that's for sure. Hey, we want to thank you for joining us here on the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Mendoza, along with Donnie O'Toole, Cody Wagner on camera. Cody doing a great job on Saturday night in a triple overtime loss in hockey for the St. Edward Eagles. Now Walsh driving the lane, putting it up, floating it in. Nice move.
He just gets to those gaps and he accelerates through those gaps. He does a great job.
7 for him, 51-33. We're down to 1:45. Elyria still in that man-to-man. Haven't seen that zone defense since that second quarter. Bussey into the game for the Eagles as they work it around. Lavelle in the low block. Turnaround jumper doesn't go. Rebounded, loose ball. Medina driving right side, throwing it up, and Lucas Perusik just said, so what?
Have you ever seen a point guard block more shots in your life than this kid?
He came into this game with 21 blocked shots. A guard, you're right.
Never in my days have I seen a point guard block more shots in my life.
Would you consider LeBron James that guard that would block shots? Or was he a guard forward?
Yeah, he was more of a 2-3. I mean, he did it all. I mean, obviously he's the GOAT, but I just have never
on the high school level.
On a high school level, I've never seen it.
Perusik, number 3. Oh, what a nice, pretty pass into Walsh. Walsh with 9 points. 51-35. Scarpetti with a basketball at top of the circle. McClellan now into the game along with Bussey and Kulotz.
We need a bucket this possession.
McClellan from 22, short. And it'll stay with the Eagles. Last touch by the Elyria Pioneers with 56 seconds to go.
Who's the game tomorrow night?
Maple Heights and Medina. Winner of that game will play the winner of this game on Saturday afternoon at 2. Scarpetti triggering the inbound, baseline left. Kulotz on the sideline, trying to work it through, picks up the dribble down to McClellan. Cross-court pass, Scarpetti, no, too hard off the back of the iron, but a track down by Perusik, in traffic, off to Bussey. Bussey in, nice
pass, great pass.
Kulotz getting his first 2, the assist by Bussey. 53-35, and there's an open 3. Round the rim, McClellan with a rebound. Down to 25 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Bussey in the lane. Oh my. The Eagles getting called with the charge.
Now, well,
Bussey picking up his second foul. Brennan O'Malley, our crack staff of the manager, wiping up the floor, doing a great job as he does all the time. 53-35, St. Ed's with the lead, and they'll put full court pressure. Now they're going to back it off a little bit, I think.
He gets my vote for Edsman of the Year. Not that I have a vote. You won't believe what you had to qualify to be Ranger of the Year.
Walsh with the basketball. Now Elyria really starting the offense way out. Walsh trying to work it through. And he got the layup and the foul. Ryan Walsh in double figures with 11. The foul is on Bussey, his third. So the big 3 of Elyria, Ryan Walsh with 11, Medina with 9, Crutcher with 15. Walsh will be at the free throw line, and boy, he is gasping for every bit of breath out there on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is working hard. Walsh at the line. Hits that one. 12 for him. 53-38. Coming into the game, number 4, Darian Crawford, along with Xavier Church. Oh, front of the rim miss by Lucas Perusik. 53-38 our score.
Is that a 15-point lead, Adam?
Yes. Well, Donnie, as we look at it, as we head towards the fourth quarter, St. Ed's outscored Elyria 14-2, but then St. Ed's outscored Elyria 16-14 and 23-22 in the third quarter. So that big 12-point deficit, the difference, and Elyria has had to go uphill since then.
And it's just, wow. We just got to continue to be aggressive. These guys from Elyria are tired. We got to work them. They're playing. They're working as hard as they've ever had. I'm sure they're not going to give up without a fight. Neither are we.
8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter of play. The winner will advance to the district finals on Saturday afternoon here at Lakewood High School. It'll be against the winner of Maple Heights and Medina. Eagles with a basketball to start the fourth quarter. Underneath, Camp Grant on a nice give and go.
Flan looked like the cat with the bird feathers hanging out of his mouth when he set that play up.
And there's a steal. Danny Lavelle, big three. Lavelle with 11. Third Eagle in double figures.
Back up to 20.
Medina with a basketball, tried to get it to Crutcher, goes out of bounds. And again, we've seen this time and time again. Start of a fourth quarter or a certain point in the fourth quarter, those turnovers, and the Eagles extend the lead.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what happened there. Our aggression really helped there.
Cam Grant will knock it inside over to Lucas Perusik as Medina on him. Medina in the game with 9 points. Coleman off to Lavelle. Lavelle having a very good game with 11. Perusik does so much, not even scoring. He's got 2 points, but he does the other little things around the floor.
He carries the team on his back if he could.
Grant on a drive on the left side. 16 for him.
You're starting to feel it, Adam, a little bit.
60-38, a 22-point lead. Walsh with it. Look for the open three. Now they get it to Cam Bell. His three doesn't go. Cam Grant with the rebound. The foul is going to be on Furcron, his fourth.
Are you kidding me?
They called him for an over the back. That's the second team foul for Elyria here in the second half.
I think those are two guys competing for the ball. It should have been a jump ball. I mean, we benefited from it, but still, you got these big guys working hard.
6:30 to go. Eagles up 60-38. Wendell Henry.
He's having a night.
15 points for Henry.
Just having a night, man.
Eagles up 62-38. Crutcher, wing. Oh my.
All right.
Crutcher with 18. 62-41. That ball literally almost stopped.
It touched every part of the rim.
And went in. 6:04 to go here in quarter number 4. St. Ed's up 62-41. Leading scorer for the Eagles so far is Cam Grant with 16 points. He's followed by Danny Lavelle with 11 and Wendell Henry with 15. The big three for Elyria. Walsh with 12, Medina with 9, Crutcher with 16. The only other player that's a starter that has points is Stephen Furcron with 2. They have no bench points.
No, they don't.
Eagles with 13 bench points. I'm sorry, 15. 15. That is the difference. 15 bench points. Ball off over to Lucas Perusic, off to Wendell Henry, who's in double figures again. 15 points for him. Cam Grant having a night. Oh, what a finger roll.
Great move. What does he have now?
18 for Cam Grant, the Stanford commit. 64-41. Walsh got it knocked away. They say it's a tip. Walsh will bring it up. Coleman on him. Crutcher inside the three-point arc. Doesn't get it. Rebounded by Bell. Second opportunity. Now an NBA three is hit by Ryan Walsh. 15 for him.
That kid's a player.
Back to 20 points. 64-44. Henry trying to drive in. He'll pick up the dribble off to Brevin Coleman. Coleman telling Cam Grant, work the other side. Lavelle on the wing. Back to Coleman. They'll work it to that left side. Cam Grant driving in, spinning in, kicking out. Henry could not get it. Brevin Coleman, loose ball at the right spot, and he picks up his 6 point. 66-44, Eagles extending the lead. On the drive is Crutcher. No, rebound Wendell. Off to Perusic, up the middle, through traffic. Coleman hitting a big three. Brevin Coleman with 9. 69-44, Eagles extend that lead to 25 points. Walsh trying to find a pick up top, getting it off to Crutcher. Crutcher, long three. That one off the iron. Perusic coming up with the rebound. Perusic averaging 2 rebounds a game. Off to Coleman. Missing that three as it danced off the rim with 3:50 to go. Down floor to Walsh. He'll put up a 21-footer. No good. Perusic will get it. He'll run against a 1-on-4. He'll slow it up as traffic gets by.
Before the last possession, we scored on every possession in the fourth quarter until that last possession.
3:38 to go. Now it's Cam Grant on the wing on the left side. You see Elyria on defense slowing up. As the Eagles slow up, that's the breath that Elyria wants to have.
Right. It's almost Nev Chandler time.
Perusic now trying to fight the double team. Cam Grant working it in, back out. Good passing by the Eagles. Perusic in through the defense. You could see Elyria now just kind of lackadaisical on the defense, and the foul to stop the play. B.J. Todd is called with the foul.
And Flant sweeping the bench.
Eagles will bring in Quincy Shields, Scarpetti, Grady Lenz-Pfeiffer, and Kulotz. Cam Grant will sit down with 18 points. Wendell Henry will sit down with 15 points. Oh, Henry, was he sweet tonight?
He was definitely sweet tonight. What is that again? What's the Nev?
Exit formation.
Exit formation. Timeout, Elyria? Or no, Coach Flant, 30-second.
30-second timeout, and with that, we're going to say that St. Edward High School Athletics is presented by Joyce Buick GMC, the official auto dealer of St. Edward High School. By Todd Associates, proud partner of St. Edward High School. For risk solutions for all of your insurance needs, contact Pat Hyland at Todd Associates at 440-995-4204. And by Chula, proud restaurant partner of St. Edward Athletics with locations in Orange and Ohio City. Adam Mendoza, Donnie O'Toole, Cody Wagner. 3:06 to go.
My boy Lenz Pfeiffer's in.
Eagles up 69-44.
With the cool shoes with the different laces. It's my boy.
Scarpetti into the game. 6 points, had 2 big threes in the second quarter. Kulotz off to Hargett. Cross court to Shields. Scarpetti on that low baseline. He'll bring it out with pressure, and the push will be called on Jaden Crutcher, his first of the night. Only the fourth team foul for Elyria in the game.
It's a quick game.
Grady Lenz-Pfeiffer getting the ball to Hargett. Scarpetti, his season high, 9 points. Scarpetti got trapped, and a good throw off the body of an Elyria player into the fan in the first row, and her noggin.
It's got Sylvan
She says, "I'm not playing."
Is that what she said?
Yes.
That's awesome.
All right, Kulotz trying to fight the double team. Underneath to Scarpetti, who throws it up off the window. 8 for Scarpetti. 71-44, St. Ed's. Walsh, big three, missed. Shields, rebound. Turns it over to Furcron, who can't get that one to fall. And it'll be Elyria basketball with 2:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. Up next for the St. Edward Eagles, winner of Medina and Maple Heights. Don't count out Maple Heights. They defeated Medina earlier this year.
It's going to be a great game.
And Coach Brett Larrick will empty the bench, and Ryan Walsh, the senior, will go out with 15 points.
You know, and you can see the love that Coach has for his players. You can see it. You see the disheartenment on his players that he feel like they let Coach down, and they didn't. That is a great team that we are going to beat tonight.
You look at this team, they won 14 of their last 15 games. That shot doesn't go, and Quincy Shields with the rebound, averaging just under 2. GLP on the low block, out to Shields. He'll work the baseline, kicking it out to Scarpetti to Hargett's 3 from 21, doesn't go. He'll track his own rebound, kicking it back to Scarpetti. Down to a minute 40 here, 71-44. Eagles with a big 14-2 first quarter, the big difference in the game. Shields on the low block. Grady, Lenz, Pfeiffer!
Boom! Never lets me down.
GLP for 3.
GLP's awesome.
Now on the shot, it'll be Campbell. He'll kick it out. Off over to Nick Rogers. Rogers got stopped on the low baseline. Playing it to Alston. Back over to Bell. And the foul is on Hargett, but that's to get Kulotz and Tay Shaw into the game. Everybody for the Eagles on the roster for the playoff bench got in today. 74-44. I think one more point and it goes into a running clock. 30-point lead for St. Ed's. Jumper missed. Rebound picked up by Rogers. Darian Crawford, he'll throw it up and hit. Crawford with his first 2. 74-46. Actually, they'll credit Pierre Alston with it. 24 seconds and the Eagles will spread out the offense. Statement win by the Eagles against a very tough Elyria team.
Absolutely. That is a statement win.
Winners of 14 of their last 15 games, and the Pioneer season comes to an end with a 74-46 win. The Eagles will go to the district championship game. The Eagles now in district semifinals under Coach Flannery, 25-0.
It's unbelievable. Well, it's not. It's believable. I mean,
So the Eagles winning this one 74-46. Let's take a look at our scoring in this game for the Elyria Pioneers. Steve Furcron with 2. Ryan Walsh with 15. Mateo Medina averaging 12, held to 9. Darian Crawford with 2. Jaden Crutcher with 16. Pierre Alston with 2. For the Eagles of St. Edward, Joey Scarpetti with 8. Angelo Kulotz with 2. Brian Sullivan with 7. Grady Lenz-Pfeiffer with 3. Lucas Perusic with 2. Brevin Coleman with 9. Danny Lavelle with 11. Cam Grant with 18. Wendell Henry with 15. Again, balanced scoring among 3 of the 5 starters of St. Ed's tonight.
You know, and we talked about it to length and exhaustion about the heart of this team, and they don't care who it is, Adam. They just don't care. It's collectively next man mentality. Get to your positions. They trust each other. This is absolutely one of the most wonderful teams that we've ever seen. Oh, my man Chris just showing up.
He was he had baseball practice.
Oh yeah.
A little bit late.
No, not at all.
But he's here for the cleanup.
Absolutely.
Eagles.
Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Eagles led 14-2 at the end of 1, 30-16 at the end of the half, 53-38 at the end of 3, and the final 74-46. Final thoughts as we head to another district championship game.
Hey, it's survival. And we were lucky tonight. We played against a great team that's going to prepare us for next week, or for Saturday, because we had to execute tonight, and I think we did a great job of doing that, Adam, from the get-go.
A very good game from the get-go.
Very good game.
We may not have shot well at the beginning from the outside.
But we figured it out.
Yes, and the turnovers, forcing the ball, forcing Elyria to make bad shots.
Bad shots, right.
Holding the big 3.
8 turnovers in the first quarter. So Saturday when we play here at Lakewood at 2 o'clock, we're going to have to come out with the same intensity.
And with that note, we're going to end this. St. Ed's a big winner, 74-46. They'll take on the winner of Medina and Maple Heights Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock here from Lakewood High School. For my partner, Donnie O'Toole, Cody Wagner, I'm Adam Mendoza. The final, once again, St. Ed's advances to the district championship with a 74-46 win. Thank you for joining us here on the Eagles Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.